Wow, look at that. A video thumbnail for your game file. Also, how does one how does one get to rock bottom with 0 golden spatulas? One has to wonder. I don't know. Let's get in there. Alright, gotta open my... Yeah, sweet sound of Pepsi. Alright, so... Hey everyone, welcome back to more Battle for Bikini Bottom Xbox. In the last episode, we made our way to the museum, and we did a lot of shenanigans along the way, including entering that upside-down building up there, and we got a lot of cool stuff in there. Like an early version of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrate, actually. So definitely visit that upside-down building whenever you can if you really want to play the game early, like in pre-alpha or something like that. But anyways, we have some business I wanted to take care of real quick. First of all, I can't believe I actually missed something. I totally missed a sock in Bikini Bottom, and I never do this. I literally never do this, okay? So there's actually 2 of them we have access to right now in Bikini Bottom, but one of them I'm not going to worry about right now. But this one I should have gotten immediately, because this is one of the weirdest socks in the entire game. You literally just hit a statue. Like, doesn't matter what move you hit with, just hit the statue right here, and randomly, seemingly out of nowhere, a sock just randomly appears on top of it. That's weird, right? Well, also, I guess while we're outside of Rock Bottom, might as well get this done too. We're going to go to the top of the hill in Jellyfish Fields. And there's 1 sock we can get in Jellyfish Fields now that we have the Bubble Bowl move. So go ahead and take the teleport box immediately, and you'll pretty much be right where you need to be to get this next sock. This is the second to last sock in Jellyfish Fields, and in order to get the last sock, the 14th sock, we're going to need the final move of the game, so we'll wait on that for a bit, but for now, we're going to go bowling with Bubble Bowl. Oh! I hit them right as the thing came down and still got him. Alright, that was perfect timing, actually. I was actually worried that the bubble was going to get, blocked by this thing, but I totally got it. Totally got it. And if I wanted to, I could actually go inside, okay, I'll tell you right now, there's a sock inside Shady Officials. I could actually go in there right now if I wanted to and get 1 more sock, thus getting another golden spatula from Patrick. But we're not going to do that right now. Let's go back to Rock Bottom. In fact, actually, specifically, we need to... I guess the closest we can get to the actual museum is swing along spatula here. Okay, so no more backtracking. Let's actually get to our next objective here, inside the museum, actually. Take a nice little shortcut right here. So, normally, most of the time, when people play this game, they actually take on the museum as Sandy, and that's all well and good. You can do that if you want to, and it's probably... What? How's the teleport box not activated yet? I know I activated it. Okay, whatever, fine. That doesn't matter. As long as we have this Texas grappling hook, as long as we're Sandy, we can get up here easily. But yeah, normally people actually take on the museum as Sandy for a specific reason. But I always do it as SpongeBob, because that's how you're supposed to do it. But you're more than welcome to play this mission as Sandy, but you're supposed to... The game wants you to play as SpongeBob, and we'll see immediately as soon as we get in there why.
Barnacle Boy! Are you on patrol down here?
No, this is my second job. I work security. Now listen, if you want to reach the golden spatula, you need to shut off the museum's security system.
Seems simple enough.
Do you have to iron those pants, or are they wrinkle-free?
Pay attention, kid. This is serious stuff. Now, if we don't get this robot thing resolved, Shady Shoals will shut down, and I'll have to move back in with my son and his wife and his 4 screaming kids. Now, you see that vent on the other side of the museum?
Whoops. Hit the A at the wrong time there.
Yes, sir.
That's where you exit the museum. Good luck, kid.
I won't let you down, Barnacle Boy.
The exit to the museum is at the very other side of the museum, obviously. It should be pretty obvious. Okay, so basically, yes. The main goal inside the museum is that we need to shut down the security system. Now, it consists of these 4 electrical orbs right here. And also, not to mention this this laser force field that is on the ground and also ahead of us. If you touch this laser force field, you will die immediately. So watch out for that. But these electrical orbs are not... They don't fare much better, honestly. There's 4 buttons to press here, and each one will destroy one of these electrical orbs. So we need to, as you can imagine, press all 4 of the buttons, and actually, not only will it deactivate these will destroy these electrical orbs, but it'll also deactivate this side museum security system. This only deactivate half of it, but it'll still be a good starting point. Now, given that this is a museum inside a video game that's based off the SpongeBob SquarePants, there's a lot of cool, photos in here from the show and also concept art of the game too. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. Like, first of all, we got Sandy's muscle-bound arm in SpongeBob buff pants. We got Hans right there. We got the I believe that's from Texas, the episode Texas with the country fried steak. Actually, it's not country fried, it's grilled, but still, you know what I mean. We got I think that's supposed to be Los Angeles or something. I know that Heavy Iron Studios is actually based in Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure of that, at least. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I think that was just a random photo of Los Angeles, basically. Well, not of the city, obviously, but just a picture that happens to be located there. And there we go. By pressing all 4 buttons there, we have shut down this side of the security system. And we got some bomb bots and fodders that will spawn immediately as soon as you deactivate the security system. It's kind of weird how it works, but they literally appear out of nowhere, basically. So there's no other way for me to put it. So we got some more sleepy time robots in here, obviously, not surprisingly. But underneath the entrance platform is one of our socks.
Hey, you! Patrick needs to do laundry.
So we got enough socks for another golden spatula once again. We're doing pretty well here. Got SpongeBob in lifeguard on duty. Yeah, that's where it's from. It might take me a second, but usually I can tell what episode a screenshot is just in the screenshot itself. I don't think you want to fall down actually when you're sneaking, because that will still count as enough movement to get the sleepy time robot's attention. So let's do things differently here. Now I know what you might be thinking. You're probably thinking, dude, use the bubble bowl. Well, here's the thing. The game thought of everything, because if you use bubble bowl, the sleepy time robot will immediately reflect it away. Yeah. They thought of everything. You can't use bubble bowl on these guys. Oh, apparently you can fall. Okay, so that's not a big deal. We got a bowl of fruits from I know it's in Squidward's house. It's like painting fruit. There's nothing more fun than painting bowls of fruit. This is more fun than everything, like from the paper, I think. Then we have this actually concept art of the game. Kind of sure on that. There is a robot. Well, it looks like a robot in there. Probably something that'll be rehydrate, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, just a lot of cool stuff here. We got Jellyfish Fields. Yeah, this is definitely from the game because it's got Jellyfish Rock right there. So there we go. So yeah, there's already concept art of the game, but this is not the only place in the game where you can actually see concept art. So that's just one thing that's super cool about this game, is that they fit concept art somewhere else in the game besides just an extras menu or something. Okay, so there's that robot out of the way. Next up, we got these teetering platforms that are stationed on top of a leaning tower of tigers and clam chowder, of all things. Very random, but whatever. And unfortunately, there's also a bunch of art that repeats. Like, once again, we have Sandy's muscle-bound arm and Hans, so there's a lot of repeat artwork in here. So it's not that exciting, but it's nice to see the unique artwork that you get to see. There's a button over here, and every time you press a button on this side of the museum, a robot will immediately appear as soon as you press the button, so that's kind of annoying. And even then, there'll be more robots after you press all the buttons. But needless to say, this is a very short mission. It doesn't take that long to deactivate the museum's security system, but it does take longer to actually explore the rest of the museum, because this is only the bottom floor. There's still the second and third floor of the museum, basically. Let's go ahead and finish up what we're doing here. Alright. So now we got a bunch of robots again on the bottom floor to deal with. So I wanted to say, before I forget, that I did look up, do a little more research on Heavy Iron. There was one Pixar game I forgot about that they made. It was WALL-E. Yeah, that was the other one they made. But otherwise, I mentioned all the Pixar-based games that Heavy Iron Studios made. Now, among those, I don't remember if they made the PC version, but the thing is, as far as WALL-E goes, I have only the PC version of the WALL-E video game. And I didn't play much of it growing up, but I still have it, so I might play it at some point. And as weird as it is, I actually lost my DVD copy of WALL-E. It's the one DVD copy of a movie that I actually lost at some point during my childhood. I've kept every other one, but yeah, for some reason that one went missing. But the game itself, I played very little growing up, and yet I managed to keep a hold of that. But the DVD that I would watch all the time as a kid because I love that movie so much, yeah, I lost that one. Go figure. So that's kind of a mess, but whatever. See, I also played Ratatouille, but I played the Wii version. Apparently, I don't think Heavy Iron Studios was involved in the Wii version. They made only some of the console versions. Ratatouille is available on a lot of consoles, and Heavy Iron Studios only made like a couple of them. And then there was another video game developer that made some of the console versions, like the Wii version and whatnot. But no, I didn't have the Wii version. I had the GameCube version. But again, I'm pretty sure I don't think Heavy Iron Studios made that one. I think they might have made the Wii version. I just know the version that I played was not made by Heavy Iron Studios. So that is that. Now, they never made any handheld games. I do know that. There was one game they made recently that happened to be available on the PlayStation Vita, but otherwise, their strong suit has always been consoles, not handhelds or, well, yeah, the PC games, whatever. So that's, I think that's all I wanted to say on that matter. So, yeah, you got these lamps you got platform on. They're kind of difficult because they swing, basically, in different intervals, so you have to time them so that they're right next to each other, otherwise you will not get very far with them. And also, you want to make sure all the tikis are visible so that this can happen.
You just met the Sponginator.
Super Ultra Mega Monster Combo. Gets you a lot of shiny objects, so we're close to 50,000 again. That's pretty awesome. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about. I always forget what it is. As soon as I hit the record button, I always forget what I'm going to talk about. I plan out stuff to talk about, and then the moment I hit that record button, it's all gone. I forget all about it. And now we have to avoid this monsoon while also at the same time trying to time it just right so that we end up on that other lamp, ceiling lamp right there or whatever. But it's very easy to mess up here and end up falling to the bottom of the museum, so you don't want to do that. Okay. Managed to just barely hang on to and get the timing right here. And here we are at the end of the museum. We got one last piece of artwork here. And even though I did play this as SpongeBob like I was supposed to, you still have to come back in here as Sandy because there is one sock in here you cannot reach as SpongeBob. There's actually two balconies in the museum that have socks on them, and the other one is over there, right directly ahead of us where that bowl of fruit is. But you have to use Sandy in order to get to that one. There's also, if you want to, you can use Sandy to get that purple shiny object up there using those Texas, swinging things, but I'm not going to worry about that. I just need to get that sock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit the museum, switch back to Sandy, and then come back in here. So I guess that's one reason why you should come in here and just do the mission as Sandy, so that way you can get everything taken care of at once. I guess I didn't think about that. I never do whenever I play through this game. Whatever. So what do you have to say, Marco Boy?
Well, what do you know? You pulled it off. Congratulations, kid. Now, if I could only find my dentures.
Okay. So exit the museum. Switch back to Sandy, and I'll just cut back to where that sock is, and we'll get it immediately. So, see you guys then. Okay, so one thing I should mention real quick before we actually go get that sock is, as Sandy, you don't have as many options to... Oh, God, what the hell? My glide didn't work for some reason. So, you don't have as many options to defeat Sleepy Time Robots. Sandy's Sneak does not work at all for anything that SpongeBob's does, nor does Patrick's. So, basically, you cannot sneak up on Sleepy Time Robots as Sandy. The only way to defeat Sleepy Time Robots as Sandy is using your lasso move. But the thing is, Sandy's lasso is just barely out of range to the point where you cannot lasso the Sleepy Time Robot unless you come in to approach it from above, basically, from above its field of vision. So that sucks. But there is one... Actually, technically, there is one other way you can defeat them as Sandy. But otherwise, this is pretty much your only way of doing it, is being just in the right spot so that they are below you, but close enough that you can reach them with your lasso. Okay, now back to that sock. Okay, so the best way to get to that sock is to just simply fly from this platform over there. There was a truck over there, so that's how you can tell that you're at the right spot. So there you go. So that is our 12th sock that we currently have. And now, as Sandy, we're once again at the end of the museum now. Here what's really annoying is that you're supposed to be SpongeBob as you exit the museum. So they have a sock in here that you can only get as Sandy, and yet you're supposed to do this mission as SpongeBob. So you have to come backtrack in here as Sandy to get that sock. And even and to top it all off, you're supposed to be SpongeBob exiting the museum. But it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the gameplay that much. So we'll still be able to get everything. We don't need to. You don't necessarily need to. But I'm just saying that you're technically from a gameplay standpoint, you're supposed to be SpongeBob. And we'll know from character dialogue almost immediately afterwards. Okay, so let's enter the Trench of Advanced Darkness now. Once again, I must stress I love this background. It's like a star-filled background. It's really cool. Normally I take a shortcut there and end up right way at the end of the slide here, but there's not really much else to this slide. You don't really get any socks or anything from it, so it's pretty much worth it. Just take the shortcut whenever you do this. Normal shortcut that everyone does.
Meow. Say, that's a good idea, Gary. I'll try that.
So we got a little bit of humorous dialogue there with Sandy and Gary, but basically you're supposed to talk to Gary as SpongeBob, not Sandy. And that's where you get your mission objective, essentially, for this area. So let's see what SpongeBob has to say to Gary for being all the way out here where it's clearly not safe for a pet snail. Just saying.
Hey, Gary. You're on an awful long walk, aren't you?
Meow.
The Trench of Advanced Darkness, huh? Sounds dark. Okay, Gary. I'll be extra careful.
Yep, will do. So this is the final area of Rock Bottom, but even then we still have other stuff to do in the first area. There's an unexplored region in the first area of Rock Bottom where, you know, downtown Rock Bottom is what's called, basically. So we're not quite done yet with Rock Bottom even once we get to the end here. Now, this is kind of funny. Like, these 3 platforms are going to come down, and the Duplicatron is going to spawn robots on all 3 of them as they come down. And once you destroy the Duplicatron, I think actually once you get to this platform, it doesn't spawn any more of the robots at all, actually. So yeah, it's just kind of funny. Those weird placements for a Duplicatron, essentially. Speaking of weird placements, a sock right behind that Duplicatron. Normally they don't put them in plain sight like that, but that's one of those rare cases, I guess. Speaking of socks, there's another one actually in view from where we are, but more importantly, this SpongeBob bit right here is pretty annoying if you don't know how to control the SpongeBob correctly, and I wouldn't blame you at all if you had trouble with this bit, but as a veteran player of this game, I do not whatsoever. Of course, probably not to the extent of a speedrunner, but still. Okay, so let's go ahead and destroy you. Open a teleport box. Got another Tartar bot. You can just die. Of course, you don't die because you're robots, but still. Alright, now as SpongeBob, you want to make your way across these platforms here. And this is the most expensive sock you're ever going to get. Literally, you're paying 2,400 shiny objects for a sock. Yeah, a sock. It's the bungee hook of Rock Bottom, and there's a bungee hook in pretty much every level of the game. But this one only leads you to a sock, and it's pretty lame that's that expensive. But whatever, let's get it anyways, because we have to. Because we're trying to get 100%, you know how it goes. I just don't care to get the rest of the shiny objects there. Normally I would, but don't care. Just want to move on to better things here. So now you gotta switch back to Sandy because actually, yeah, this next mission is actually for Sandy and it involves lasers. What about lasers? Find out next time here on Let's Play Battle for Bikini Bottom on Xbox. See you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.